Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is day 3 of our live series. So I'm calling it the six figure promotion for women of color series, where I'm going to be going live every day straight for 7 days, at least 7 days. I haven't decided how long, maybe longer depending on my travel schedule, but at least 7 days I'm going to be going live, giving you all valuable and practical tips that you can use right now to land a six-figure promotion right now, you guys. Okay. That you can use right now. I'm also going to be telling you all about my Fearless Branding Formula. That is my signature group program. It's a personal branding and a mindset program, and it's specifically designed for women of color to help you land a six-figure promotion and increase your salary by $20,000 to $50,000. And you do it by using your brand, your gifts. We're not selling hard work. We are selling our brand. We're selling our gifts, so it comes easy and we can make money and spend time with our family. All right, that's what we're talking about. So, who am I? Let me do a quick introduction. Hey, you guys, I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color. And it is my mission, it is my movement to put more women of color in positions of power and leadership roles. And one way that I do that is I help women of color land six-figure promotions. So if you're interested in landing a six-figure promotion, I am currently enrolling for my Fearless Branding Formula. Today is the last day for open enrollment that you can book a call with me. Okay, so today is the last day that you can book a call. I'll keep the link up in case people want to learn more about the program. You can go to sixfigurepromotions.com. But if you want to just book a call with me directly and speak with me, make sure the program is a good fit, you can go to calendly.com/Latrice/FBF for the Fearless Branding Formula. You'll schedule a call and we will chat. All right. Hey, okay. As you all are joining in, say hey, me a hi. Let me know. Today is going to be a very interesting one. I had a lot of topics. Yeah, I had like 20 topics that I was going to talk about, and I was like, no, let me drill this down. Yesterday, no, Thursday, I did it. Is it possible for me call where I presented different scenarios to women of color to show what was possible for them, whether they had a career change, whether they have a bachelor's degree, no degree, a PhD, whether they had been with their company for a long time, or whether they had job hopped, whether they were single or whether they had kids. I wanted to show different scenarios of women of color who had landed six-figure promotions. And in that, so many questions came about. I got, so even since I've been doing these lives, I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs about exactly like, how do you get a six-figure promotion? What is the Fearless Branding Formula? And a lot of like specific scenarios. So I wanted to address those. And then if you all watching out there, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'm going to answer your questions tonight. So if you're watching live, say hey, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Y'all know what time it is. Give me a hashtag replay. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me see. I'm trying to like, my desk showing you guys. I didn't clean off my desk. All right. So this was a very interesting question that I got, and it was very practical. And I was like, this is good. So the first question somebody sent me, and I'm reading off my notes, is how do I go from $60,000 to $100,000 salary? And she was like, is this even practical or realistic? The answer is yes, it is practical and it is realistic. I'm gonna tell you, I've had people go from 60,000 to 100K. That's only a $40,000 increase. And I know I'm saying only, but yeah, it's only a $40,000 increase, which is significant. But here's the thing, the biggest shift needs to come from your identity and your mindset. At $60,000, you need to see yourself as someone who is already at six figures. Okay, hear me out. This is what we call like self identity. You need to see yourself as already deserving and worthy of six figures, right? Because if not, you won't even apply to a six-figure role. You will apply to 80,000, to 90,000, or 70 or 75, which is honestly what I get from a lot of people. A lot of women are like, hey, Latrice, I think I'll just go ahead and apply to a role at 75, right? They're making 60, they want to make 100, but they'll say, oh, I'm going to apply for a role at 75 or 80. And I'll say, why? And they'll be like, just to practice. I'm like, why are we practicing what we don't want? Right? They're like, just to practice. No, it's because you believe you're not ready and that you need to step, that you need these stepping stones, but it's not true. A lot of times, the work that you all are doing are already on the six-figure level. That's just the truth. You're already doing the work at the six-figure level. You just need to know it and be able to speak on it. But it starts with you having that identity, right? And working on your mindset. The second step is you actually have to apply to six-figure roles. You want that leap, you're gonna have to actually go for it, right? Like if you see something that says even 95, go for it. And then if you want 100, negotiate that 5K. Like you have to be very serious about the salary that you deserve and you can get it. Hear me, okay? I have seen it happen. You can get it. But if you don't think it will happen for you, then it will not happen for you, right? So you really need to be somebody who is dedicated, who is focused, who is like, no, I deserve this. I earned this. I want this. I am worthy of it. And you know your brand, right? This is why in the six-figure formula, we focus so much on knowing your brand. We actually have what I call it's like a salary scale strategy, and it's actually a chart, and it says this is your ideal salary, and it's in ranges like 40 to 75, 75 to 100, 100 to this, right? And then we say this is what you need to focus on because a lot of times you all are just using the wrong strategy and you're focusing on lower level things. I was working with a client today and her resume was great, but it was talking all about her task and actions. And she wanted to be well into the six figures. So for her, she needed to be talking about her personal brand, the problem that she solved, and the impact to the company, right? So if you're trying to jump from 60 to 100, there is definitely a mindset piece that goes with it. And then strategy wise, you need to be speaking differently. You need to show up differently on the interviews. Your resume needs to look differently. This is what I specialize in the Fearless Branding Formula. And this is how I got my clients those significant jumps from 60,000 to 100,000 or 110,000. All right. But as you all are coming in, hey, be sure to put your comments in the chat and just give me a hey, hi, how you doing? All right. So the next question is somebody put like, what if my company doesn't give raises? I have been hearing this a lot lately. I didn't even know that was something a company did. If a company doesn't give you raises, I would wonder like, why are you staying there beyond a year? Like I'd be like, oh, so you must have only been there 8 months. So one, why are you staying there? I'm not going to say why you chose it because maybe there is a reason why you chose that company at that time. But why are you staying at a company that doesn't give raises? Because what happens if your income stays here, inflation is going here, prices are going up, like flights going up, Amazon going up, like Chick-fil-A going, everything's going up, and your salary staying here. You're losing money. You're not actually staying the same. You're losing money when you're staying in a company or in a position and they don't give you raises. In fact, if they're not giving you more than inflation, you're staying stagnant. Even companies that just give COLA or cost of living inflation, of cost of living adjustment, you're just staying stagnant. You need to be way more. This is why I specialize in FBF on the significant jumps. You need a significant jump. Because if we talk about the long-term impact of you staying still, and people have stayed in these companies for years, right? Like at the same salary, you're losing money, and you wonder why 2 years ago you were balling and now you not, or 4 years ago you living like a queen and now you like, oh, it's getting tight, it's getting tough because your spending power has went down. So in it, essentially, you're losing money. So two things to do. One, you could leave, but when you leave, you need to work on your self esteem because I've noticed people who are in companies where they don't give raises, it has impacted their self esteem. Whether you know it or not, your self esteem and your confidence has been impacted. So instead of filling in the gap that they lost, they think they have to take an incremental. They're making 65 or let's say 80, they think, oh, I just need to get 85 instead of you've been held back, and still you need to be going for 100 or 110, right? So you can think about leaving, or honestly, you can ask for a raise. Here's the thing, even companies where that is their policy, when you know how to negotiate and articulate your value, you can go in and ask for a raise. That was one of the things I did. So I wound up doubling my salary at a very young age and very quickly, because I figured out how to ask for the raise. I knew how to calculate my contributions. So I had this thing where I was like, I never come in here and do 3% work, so that will never be, efficient for me. I will always need more. So I had to always ask, and I always got it, right? So you can ask for more, right? If you want to stay with that company. In the Fearless Branding Formula, we have a raise proposal process that we use with our clients. And within 30 days, this is if you want to stay with your company. Within 30 days, they're getting 10, 15, 20, $30,000 increases for no more work. They don't have to do any more work. You've already paid your dues. You've already done the work. So you have some options there. If you're in a company that does not give raises, you can leave and then go get a significant jump. Or you can really, again, either way, you got to work on your confidence. You work on your confidence and you ask for a raise, and you do it in a specific way that's going to get you the desired result. Okay. So let me know if that makes sense. If you all like, got it, got it. I'm gonna just check my phone for the comments. Right. Sometimes I gotta look on my phone because they don't always show my system. Okay. So here was the other question. Is like, what if I don't know my brand? So I get that a lot. Here's the thing, if you're seriously like, Latrice, I don't know my brand, I would challenge that. Right? I would challenge that. I've never met a person who didn't know their brand. What happens is you just don't think it's good enough. You just don't think it's unique enough. Right? Anytime I could figure out somebody's brand in 5 minutes, I could ask you some questions and in 5 minutes figure out your brand. Right? And but you were like, oh yeah, people have told me that. Oh yeah, I do that. But you just don't think it's good enough, so you dismiss it. Right? So if you want a practical way, here's the thing. I always say, ask yourself, what do you want people to say about you when you're not in the room? You're in there, then you leave. What do you want them to be like? Ah, yes, that one. What do you want your resume and LinkedIn to say about you? Right? What do you do better and differently than other people? Because sometimes we don't always ask ourselves these questions. We compare ourselves and we always look at our shortcomings. We never like, oh no, but I'm actually better at this. I'm actually better at communication. I'm actually better at public speaking, right? These are amazing things that you can start to use to build your brand, right? So there's some practical tips, but this is what we specialize in the Fearless Branding Formula, is identifying your brand and your gifts. We have a 4-step process. I call it the formula of really like identifying your gifts and your brand is number one, and then attracting those 6-figure opportunities to you, acing the 6-figure opportunity and the 6-figure interview. And then I had added like another step, because I was like, I know people like, accept the offer. You got to accept or negotiate that 6-figure offer, right? Simple process, but it all starts with you knowing your brand. And it's again not knowing, identifying and like, okay, that's it. And it's good enough. That's it. We think it's got to be like, oh, some grand thing. Sometimes the simplest thing is your brand, and you can just ride that. It's your gift, so it's going to come naturally to you, right? Okay, we'll do one more. Okay, two more. This is a good one. These are good. What if I'm making 6 figures, but I'm stuck in my field? I want to find something that I can have passion in and great income. Okay, this is like the myth that like if you want to change careers, you have to take a pay cut. That's a myth. That is not true. That is not the type of games we play over here in the Fearless Branding Formula. We have a whole career change playbook. Even today, I helped one of my clients. She was going from sales to human resources, and we're like, nope, no pay cut, right? You can still keep your high salary. If you're already at 6 figures, you can keep that salary. It's all about understanding your transferable skills and speaking to the impact that you make on that company, right? That high level impact, right? No matter the industry, no matter if you're switching from accounting, I always use HR, I get a lot of HR, like accounting to HR, or I always, one of my clients went from IT to being a healthcare advisor. Like it's ways to keep that salary. You have to believe it first. One, find companies that will pay you that salary. That's number one. You have, like, if you're looking at companies that can't afford you, you're going to keep hearing your salary range is too high, and you're going to start to believe it when it's not true. You were just using the wrong strategy. This is why, as much as I preach, I love mindset, and we combine strategy. That is how I have found the quickest, fastest impact for my clients and long term, is because we approach things from a mindset perspective and from a strategic perspective. Like, okay, what are the steps we need to make this work, and what is the mindset that's going to make this work the most effectively? All right. So yes, if you are stuck in a job that you don't like, even though you're making six figures, and you know, like, this career path is no longer for you, that's okay. You can keep your great salary and find something that you love and that you're passionate about, right? But one, you got to have that right mindset. You got to know your transferable skills. You got to be able to speak on your brand and the impact that you make, right? And then you have to actually find companies that will pay you that salary for this role. That's it. It can be simple. It can be simple. If you get nothing else from this, I want you all to be like, it can be simple, and join the Fearless Branding Formula, but it can be simple. Okay, so this will be the last question, you guys. And then again, if you're watching the replay, go ahead, put in hashtag replay. And if you have any questions or comments, I'm going to be getting back to them over the next couple of days. So I'll be sure to answer your questions. Okay. Here's the next one. What if I just started my promotion or role, really? But what if I just started my promotion and it's not what I thought it would be? So I will take this two ways, because I get a lot about, what if I'm in a new job? Some people are like, what if I'm in a new job and I want to keep it? Will you help with my confidence? And then some people are like, what if I'm in a new job? It's not what I thought. I want to leave. People are like, is it okay if you've been in a new role for 2 months and it's not what you thought it would be, and you're doing double the work and you're not getting the pay that you deserve, and you just don't like it? You don't need my permission to leave. Do what is best for you, right? Like, yes, you can find another job. If you found that one, you can find another job. Now you have the knowledge, the discernment, and the wisdom to be like, okay, I'm gonna look out for these things. And so in our program, the Fearless Branding Formula, we focus a lot on finding a company that aligns with your values, that aligns with your values. It's like I tell people, it's not just about the money. The money is a perk, but it's also about enjoying what you do, like having time capacity, being able to spend quality time with your family and friends, being able to travel, right? So if a job is working you to death, you're making six figures, but you can't even spend it. So you don't need my permission, but yes, I'm perfectly okay with people leaving. I have had that before. People leave and then they come to me and they're like, hey, I want to do this differently. I want to find a job that's going to work for me and pay me what I deserve. Got it. So the next one, really quickly, and this is kind of like the other side to that, is like, what if I'm in a new position? I just got the promotion, but I'm not confident. Confidence is key. I have seen confidence kill six-figure promotions. This is why I integrate confidence into my program. This is why we have a whole self identity workshop, right? Because it is so imperative and so important. Because if you're working and you're just doing the strategy piece and you're not working on your mindset, and you get to that six figures and then you get in and you're not confident, I have seen people take themselves down, either quit, either not do well in the role. Like, I've seen them go down. So one of the things that we do, we actually have a workshop on self identity to help build your confidence, and then we have a workshop on how to keep your promotion and be fireproof. So we make sure that when you get this role, you are in it for as long as you want to be in it and you feel comfortable. Most of the time my clients are promoted even higher, right? They're getting multiple promotions in their companies. But I would recommend you have to work on your confidence. If you are new to that role and you're already feeling a little shaky and we're already feeling that imposter syndrome kick in, you have to actively every single day boost your confidence. And that may mean affirmations. That may mean self care. That may mean talking to a friend. That may mean getting a mentor or a coach. But you need to do something to boost your confidence every single day. Okay? All right, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed my six-figure promotion career Q&A. Thank you all. I always appreciate all the questions I get. I always appreciate all the DMs, all the love that you all give me. I appreciate that so much. If you know another woman of color who needs to see this, please tag her. Please share this out. I want to help as many people as possible. So thank you so much. I am so grateful for all of you and happy holidays. Bye.